Tom had been sober for over a year. He had attended countless meetings, worked the steps, and slowly but surely, he had begun to feel like he was getting his life back on track. His family was proud of him, his job was going well, and he was rediscovering the joy of simple things, like morning walks and reading books without the haze of alcohol clouding his mind. But one Friday evening, as the weekend loomed, something inside him shifted. The craving came suddenly, like a dark cloud in the distance that quickly swallowed him whole. It was a whisper at first, a simple thought. Just one drink, just one to unwind. Tom knew better. He'd heard the stories. Relapse is often the first step backward, the one mistake that can spiral out of control. But the weight of the week, the tension at work, the loneliness of being surrounded by people who didn't fully understand him, it all felt too much. He justified it in his mind. It's just one drink. I've been doing so well, I can control it. So he did it. He walked into the bar, ordered a beer, and sat there, feeling the familiar warmth flood his body. At first, everything felt fine, even comforting. But within hours, that one drink had turned into 5. The old feelings came rushing back. Shame, guilt, anger. But worse now, he'd let down everyone who believed in him, especially himself. That night, Tom didn't sleep. The hangover the next morning wasn't just physical. It was a deep, aching regret. He felt hollow, as though he'd lost a part of himself. For the first time in over a year, he questioned everything. Was he truly beyond this? Was recovery even possible for him? But then something remarkable happened. He picked up the phone, not to call his usual circle of old drinking buddies, but to call his sponsor. The man on the other end of the line didn't offer judgment, just quiet understanding. It happens, Tom, but it doesn't define you. What matters now is what you do next. That conversation sparked something in Tom. He realized that he hadn't fallen as far as he thought. Yes, he had made a mistake, but his relapse didn't mean he was a failure. It simply meant he was human. He took responsibility for it, but he also recognized that recovery wasn't a straight line. It was messy, full of setbacks and triumphs alike. Tom returned to his meetings, but with a new perspective. He spoke openly about his relapse, and in doing so, he saw how many others had faced similar struggles. The vulnerability and honesty in the room lifted him up. The stigma of failure he had feared melted away, replaced by a deep sense of camaraderie. In the weeks that followed, Tom didn't just return to the life he had before his relapse. He rebuilt it, stronger, more resilient. He embraced the discomfort, knowing that true recovery was about more than just abstaining from alcohol. It was about learning to be kind to himself, even when he stumbled. That one mistake didn't break him. It became the catalyst for his deeper understanding of himself. Tom learned that it wasn't the relapse that defined him, but how he chose to rise afterward. And in doing so, he became more committed to his recovery than ever before. Don't forget to give us a like and subscribe.